Hi, I'm Tyler Nicole Taylor, TNT, if you love me. Welcome to my channel. Today is the day. Behind me, you see some boxes, right? We see all kinds of shenanigans back here. Well, guess what? Today, we are going to attempt to put together our IKEA PAX closet by ourselves, okay? Now, I do have like backup downstairs if I just so happen to need it. But the goal is to do this alone. And I think we got this. We're about to get started. But first, we gotta get these things in the room. All right, I figured I'd start with the easiest box to open first, praying that there's some instructions or something inside of here. I feel like it's just hinges and screws, things like that. Please be some paper in here. Should have been more specific. Paper. Yep, hinges. This looks like it's for the doors. And I have no idea what I'm sitting in. So this looks like whatever this word is, which looks like compliment. I guess that's the doors. I don't know. Okay. It keeps saying the same thing. I don't. Ooh, Lord. Only got 2 doors. How many hinges it need? Anyway, I'm just making this longer than it has to be. Okay. We can do this. We've got this. Why am I nervous? Like, it ain't even nothing to be nervous about. Oh my gosh. It's just a closet. Okay. I keep saying okay, and I don't know. So let's discuss the game plan. I got the first package in here, or the first box in here, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I have no idea what it is. Okay, so we are going to be surprised together when I open this. The goal is to build each column on the ground and then get assistance, possibly, if we need to, with lifting it up. Where we're going to actually place the closet is going to be behind you. So I'm gonna turn this camera around and I'm gonna give you an idea of how this is going to look. Obviously, we're gonna have to take this down. It's nothing to take it down, but we're gonna take this down and the closet is going to go here. There is going to be a wider closet column that goes right here. Then the skinny piece goes in the middle where the shelves are. And then there's a somewhat skinnier closet that is gonna go right here. And all 3 of those pieces will make my full closet, if you will. Make sense? I hope it does. I really do. That's the game plan. Enough stalling. Let's get going. Bingo! See, this is what I'm talking about. So I'm gonna build one of these and then we're gonna put it back here. That makes sense? IKEA instructions, gotta love them. pictures. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. We got this, y'all. We really do. All right, I'm gonna take all these things out of this box, and then we're going to check our inventory, make sure we have everything, make sure we know what everything is, and then we can finally get to building. As you see, I got my work shirt on, and I have all the items that I need to have. However, what I'm not sure of is if I can do this with my same game plan. So, according to the instructions, it looks like they want you to put this bracket on the wall first. This is what keeps the closet like adhered to the wall so it doesn't fall. And we're gonna need to do that in this house because this house is very crooked. It's over 100 years old, so it's got some creaky floors and different angled things. So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and try to do it according to their directions first and see if I can maybe on the next two do it my way. We're gonna do the first one their way, okay? I think that makes the most sense. I have both the middle section and well, if I'm facing it, it would be the right section. And the largest one is on the ground. So basically the instructions goes, they don't want you to take these little strips off until you put it up against the wall first. What happens is when you undo these, it's gonna open up like an accordion, right? I'm explaining this because I am still also mentally trying to figure out how to do this. The thing is, I don't want to completely put these things together and they're not in the right order. You know what I'm saying? I know the skinniest column goes in the middle and that should be this one. So I feel like I'm in the right order. So I'm gonna open these up just to make sure that the sizing is right. But you guys, it's pretty tall. And then we're just gonna go from there. I'm really trying to figure this out as I go. Just rock with me because I'm not really sure I'm showing enough or explaining enough, but I'm doing the best I can, y'all. And my phone keep dying. By the way, my phone is what I use to record. So, you know, just things are happening here. But we're gonna work on these two closets first, and then we'll do the largest one last, because by then I should be an expert. You guys, so far, I got it in the right order, but my concern is I'm not gonna be able to adhere this to the wall, I think, because of the floorboards, the base, and that is causing issue. Also, I'm a teensy bit concerned for this larger closet. It's supposed to fit right here. However, I might have to switch it. I might have to put the larger side over there. I don't know. Did I get too much closet?
Mission accomplished. Mission accomplished.
All right, you guys. So my phone died. Things were going crazy, and I couldn't wait for y'all. So I put together this closet right here. Well, at least the shell of it anyway. I'm glad I did that because if I were to go my original route of building everything on the floor and then picking it up and just sliding it into place, I would be in trouble. So this one in the middle, that's the middle piece. That's the cubbies. That's gonna have like my purses and stuff like that. And then this closet right here is the bigger closet. Well, all three of these pieces are just a touch too long for this wall. So what does that mean, you guys? What that means is we now have to move from plan A of putting the closet on this wall to plan B. Now that does mean we're gonna have to cover up this space, which means I have to find somewhere else for my plant to go. However, I was scouting out another spot in the house that I think would actually be better for her because she's kind of struggling in that spot anyway. So now we have to move all this stuff out of here and move all this stuff over here. But we got this. Once I built this first closet, I got through it. And now I feel like I got it. I feel like I'm gonna go a lot faster now on these other two. It's just a matter of moving the stuff over to the other side of the room. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. Excuse the background, my little cousin is watching YouTube. Got everything moved to the other side. Now I'm just going to record and let y'all watch me put together the rest of the closet. I'm not gonna explain anything anymore, my ideas or anything, because apparently I don't know what I'm talking about. But I think we might be done tonight. I think we might be late, but I think we might be done. It is 7:30 and I don't think it should take that long. Let's go. Putting this closet over here is gonna be better in terms of fit, but this right here, this gapping is driving me absolutely crazy. I don't know what to do about that. We're making progress. It is 8:37. Yeah, we're making progress. Okay, so here's what it looks like in the space. This is a much wider shot, so you can kind of get a feel of how it lives here. So this is about, honestly, this is a good amount of clearance. I can actually fit a suitcase through here just fine. I don't know why that's important, but that was my point of reference. As you can see, I don't have handles or doorknobs on my cabinets just yet. I actually did not want to choose any of the ones that were at IKEA. I wanted to kind of go with something a little more, I don't know, a little razzle dazzle, a little more something. So I will be adding that at a later date. And I'll also will be adding, of course, lighting in here at a later date as well. This is basically the mostly empty closet tour. Don't worry about this. This makes it make it look full. It's not. Let me show you what's on the inside. So, because I don't have handles, I do have to bend down, y'all. Okay, so I do have a hanging bar all the way at the top. I opted to put it all the way up there because I have all these shoes and stuff, these shoe drawers right here. So I didn't really want to risk too much of my clothing and my shoes commingling. I probably could have came down two more notches, but for right now, I think I do really like it like this because I feel like it does still give me the option to hang not just short clothing like blouses and stuff like that, but some things that are a little longer could actually hang in this closet still. So I do like the flexibility with the bar being all the way at the top. The great thing about this, because originally I was just going to do the normal angled shoe stand holder thingies, but those stay fixed. They don't move. But this, I love the fact that this drawer comes out. I love that so much. So especially for the ones down here, it pulls right out. So it makes it just easier to access instead of having to bend down and crouch under. The other thing that I like is that it's double decker. So I can fit so many shoes on here. And I love that. The other one is just one rack. But this, I just felt like it maximized the storage. And that's what we're trying to do here, because this room does not have much storage. I always have to remember is because we live in a historic home, it's over 100 years old. The way that they did things back then and the things that were important to a living space back then, it's very different. So that's the point I'm making here. So it is a lot of storage lacking in this room. And now I just feel like it's been 20 times just with these racks right here alone. So that's what I love about this particular one. This right here was a game changer for me. Moving right along. Believe it or not, the hardest thing to do at first were these cubbies. I thought this was going to be the easiest section to put together, only because it's just like, put the little things on there and you stick the shelf in. It's totally fine. Child, I was doing it wrong the whole time. The shelves kept falling. Unfortunately, I didn't catch it on camera. I really wish I would have, but around that time, my phone was dying. So I had to put it on the charger. It was just a lot going on, but it doesn't matter. We persevered and we got these shelves on here, especially once I realized the right way to do it. I was like, oh, okay. In this middle section, we have 7 shelves. So you got your bottom shelf, then you have the 6 shelves, the 6 additional shelves that, well, I wouldn't say come with it, but that's like one of the options is 6 additional shelves. I don't remember what the other numerical options are, but it's got all these holes in it. So child, you can get as many shelves as you want. I would say also the hard part with this was trying to determine how to space things. So for me, I had to kind of measure some of my handbags to make sure they could fit in there, especially the larger ones. So I have the larger spaces at the bottom. So for instance, this is like one of my favorite travel bags. This is my MCM like carry-on bag. I could fit my laptop, iPad, everything. I could fit my life in here. However, as you can see, because of the way it's structured and built, it's not, I had to be careful. So I had to measure, and I did want it at the bottom because I do have a tendency to be traveling a lot. I'm in a travel era, and it's not even like I'm traveling to any place extravagant, but still I've been traveling a lot. So because I end up reaching for this bag a lot, putting it on the lower shelf was the most ideal. The other thing about this middle section is that it's so deep. So I can still fit a ton more handbags in here. So coming soon, okay? I've never really had a ton of handbags, but I do need to add some more stuff to my collection because it's looking really bleak and boring. This section right here was super duper important to me. I needed it to be this big because I knew I wanted to put my perfumes and stuff in here. So it needed to be not only tall enough to house my perfume tray, because it's a double decker, but to house the perfumes when they sit on that top tray. You know what I'm saying? So I did kind of just eyeball this, but this section is just really for some smell goods, maybe some other little knickknacks that are cute and pretty. I have my jewelry box. This is another little jewelry box. I am going to keep my toothbrush charger right here though. I don't like to keep my toothbrush in the bathroom. And because I do have an electric toothbrush, it does come with a little case. So I keep the body and the toothbrush heads in that case for the most part. But every now and again, I do need to charge the actual base. And I don't like to keep it in the bathroom just in general, but especially because here at my mom's house, when family members come over, especially for like Christmas, it's a big thing. We have like 15 people staying in the house all at once. And it's plenty of space for all of us to live and, you know, have a great time and not be on top of each other. However, we have 4 bathrooms. And my thing is, I need the flexibility to be able to use any bathroom. So I would need to have access to my things. So I like to have all my stuff in here, my skincare, my toothbrush and toothpaste. I like to keep all of that in my room so that anytime that we have guests or whatever, and they're in a bathroom that I typically use or frequent, I'm not sitting there having to wait for them because, dang, my toothbrush is in there. I can take my toothbrush and go into any other bathroom in this house. So that is why, the whole long explanation of why I do not house my toothbrush in the bathroom. That's why it's going to live right here. Luckily, it's not super ugly or anything, so it kind of matches the acrylic clear aesthetic vibes. I don't know why I got this big old speaker in here. That's not staying there. I am going to remove this. Plus, it probably needs to be charged anyway. On this shelf, I am going to house all of my spectacles. So be it sunglasses or my blue light glasses that I typically use when I'm editing and stuff like that. And because this is so deep, I got a lot of space to be able to put some sunglasses in here. This shelf up here, this has all of my wallets. So still not a ton of wallets, but I got 2 Brandon Blackwood wallets and some Michael Kors wallets up here. And then the very top shelf, I do have a Joe Malone box up there for decor, but also there is my dad's urn up there. So I figured that was a good place to put him. I don't know if you could tell, but at the very top, I have my super large bags that don't fit on any of these shelves. So that's what's at the top. So now it's time to move on to the final piece. This one has 2 doors on it, which is so funny because I was trying to figure out what in the world is this little skinny thing supposed to do? But it goes on this closet. So you got the 2 little, you got like a normal size door and then this little skinny door. Isn't that funny? I don't know why that's hilarious to me. This closet is just simply for long hanging items. So dresses and things of that nature. Also, I have my hamper in here. I am a person who does not like my hamper just out in the open in my room. I don't know why, but it really drives me crazy. The other thing that's going to go in here are my tall like boots and stuff. So like I got some knee-high Uggs and a couple of other pair of like knee-high boots that are heels and stuff like that. That'll go in here. Then also, I don't know if you can tell, but there is a shelf up here at the top. 9 times out of 10, I'm just going to be storing things up there that I hardly ever need to access. The great thing about these units is that you can take stuff out, you can customize it to your liking at any point. So it's really cool that you can just change stuff. Like for right now, I'm going to be living with it like this, and we're going to see how well that works. But if I feel like, I need another bar in here, maybe I need to do 2 bars in here, I can add that later. I love the idea of flexibility. Flexibility is something that I think as a Gemini just really touches my heart. Because I change my mind a lot, okay? Now, if you're wondering, you are a shorty, homegirl, like, how you gonna access stuff? Very simple. I can easily access my glasses or any of my wallets I can also, from the very top of the ladder, access my bags that are up here as well. I absolutely love this closet so far. I'm so excited to have it here. It's actually fitting the space just fine. As you can see, I can open up the doors easily. Nothing's blocking it. That was my complete closet build. Thank you for all of your help in building this closet with me. I cannot believe we got it done in one go, in one try. That is crazy. I did not expect to be able to do that. I definitely thought this would be a 2-day project. I was able to show you that I could do it by myself. If little old me can do it, you can do it too. So don't worry about it. If you don't have the funds or you just can't even imagine paying someone else to put it together, you can do it. Trust me. It started off a little rocky, but once you put one of them together, it's easy. Thank you for watching, you guys. If you enjoyed watching me struggle putting this closet together, please go ahead and give this video a like. That would help me out tremendously. And if you are interested in seeing more of me, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Check out a few of my vlogs. I do a lot of lifestyle vlog content. I post vlogs every Sunday. We can hang out. It'll be like we on FaceTime. Also, leave a comment below. Let me know what you think of the closet. Let me know if you have any other suggestions that I could add to the closet to make it cooler or cuter or more custom. And if you have any, I don't know, doorknob ideas, let me know in the comments as well. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it to the end of this video, I truly appreciate you. And I hope that if you're new, I hope you'll stick around and hang out with your girl.